G'day Tesla fans, another Tesla video here with FSD, still on 10.69.25.1, and today we're just going to kind of go for a drive. I do have a roughly specific area where I'd like to take FSD to be tested today, but other than that, it's just a nice, enjoyable ride for myself, and yeah, we're going to just see how it goes. You can definitely tell that it's getting better at speed bump recognition. So these ones here coming up, they are quite sizable speed bumps, so the Tesla does actually slow down for those, which is obviously very nice, comfort for the driver and passengers. But smaller ones it still doesn't. So I'm pretty interested in how it kind of prioritizes what speed bumps to slow down, which not. Alright, so we're just making a right turn. Right turn is clear now. You can see how it used a nice creeping wall there, which again is always nice. Yeah, I mean, perfect textbook right turn, and we're off again. So again, to kind of get it to go where I want it to go while on FSD, I've had to do kind of this waypoint hack, if you will. So set up waypoints along the way, cancel them right before it reaches the destination, so to speak, and the Tesla recalculates. Now, the last time I did this, yes, it was a more extreme example of doing it, but it did end up completely making FSD unusable, which again, I'm not sure if it was the waypoint hack thing that caused it to mess up, but either way, it did it perfectly one way, and then on the way back, the Tesla FSD refused to go over 25 kilometers an hour. Maybe it was the waypoint hack, I don't know, but we're using it again today. Hopefully none of that happens again this time, but so far so good. That one was a takeover there. It was to be a left turn there, but the Tesla did not signal that it was going to take the left turn. I could see on the route planner that was the route that it was going to take, but it did not signal that it was going to do that. And with oncoming traffic, obviously that person thought we were going to go straight, even though we were kind of motioning as a left turn. So I took over there just to keep it safe. A big slowdown here for some reason on that speed bump. Interesting behavior by the Tesla, but it's carried on. Something about the little bit of snow there I didn't like, but yeah, carrying on its own. I will say too, interesting points that I've noticed with just owning an electric vehicle in general. Just interesting to see how with a gas-powered vehicle with snow around, that you never really had to clear your hood, but with an EV you definitely do. I mean, it's common sense, seeing as there's no engine warming up the hood there to melt the snow, but the trade-off is that your roof is cleared. So in a gas-powered vehicle, you usually have to sweep off your roof, but not your hood. Kind of the inverse of that with an electric vehicle, which I find interesting. All right, we got an interesting intersection here. A lot of traffic, buses and things coming by. See how Tesla handles this. It does have a gap. It needs to go straight, but it's got to commit. Holding off for another truck. Here's another great gap for it. Is it going to take it? Slow, but safe. And it does just fine. I gotta say that turn was very well done. Another interesting turn here where we had a snowplow or a truck with a plow in the front with it. And it definitely had to choose on if it was going to wait or commit. Again, it made the right call there. So I gotta cancel the trip here. Got a trip. Should be a recalculate. So we got a poor weather detected alert here. I'm assuming because it's looking out and seeing kind of the condition of the roads, it's actively snowing right now. So we got the warning for it. It says poor weather detected, full self-driving may be degraded. It's kind of why I decided to bring it here, is because I know these roads aren't clear and that we're gonna have full or close to fully snow-covered roads, kind of see how it reacts. Right now it's driving right on the center of the road. It is starting to, you know, edge over to the right, but there's no oncoming traffic. These are very thin roads. So I'm kind of hoping that we see a situation with oncoming traffic just to see how it handles it. But so far so good. Alright, so it made the turn fine. Cannot shift gears, vehicle. Okay, so it just asked me to take over for completely from FSD right as we made that turn. I'm not sure why. It made the turn, I mean, a little wide, but you know, it did just fine. It doesn't matter, we reached our destination, here we are. I'm just gonna kind of play around in these snowy covered roads, hopefully. See how we do. So that's not good. As soon as we went to turn, it put the whole right side of the vehicle into the snowbank. Obviously, we lost traction there, and it asked for an immediate takeover. But carrying on. Yeah, we're slipping a lot here. Definitely doesn't like that. Just another one there, slipping on a turn. I mean, there's not much snow here, and it is going quite fast for what I would do on snow-covered roads. I do have fresh winter tires. It's just, yeah, it's really fishtailing itself around these turns. Here, we'll get on a little bit of clear space here. So you can see how it's not adapting to the fact that the roads are snow covered, and therefore, you know, a human driver would be, oh, I need to slow down. You're going to lose traction. Slippage is probably going to happen. The Tesla doesn't know how to adapt to that. It knows enough to tell me that it's going to be degraded. Oh, that was a takeover there as well on that turn. It knows enough to tell me that it is degraded. Alright, we reached our destination. Gotta just kind of go down some side roads here, get out of people's way. Just find a random location. Sure, there you go.
Now turn left onto Rue.
Again, lots more snow covered. That turn I made fine. Nice slowdown for pedestrians, moving over for them, that's good.
Now turn right onto Rue.
Yeah, it doesn't want to get any more over when it clearly should have there to allow room for that truck. But yeah, I mean, this is why I brought it here specifically. It was because I knew the kind of thin snow-covered roads would kind of give it a problem. In the end, this is beta testing after all, right? You're not going to get better unless it's tested in these areas. But yeah, it's interesting that it can pick up and know that self-driving may be degraded because of the weather, and I'm assuming because of the kind of snow around it. But it doesn't actually like physically adapt to it. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't adapt to it at all. So yeah, we're going to need several more patches to do. Winter is an interesting scenario here with pedestrians. Nice, move around them, give them lots of space. Yeah, well done, Tesla. Alright, I know it's going to try, and I don't think that, well, during a certain time it can't go. Alright, let's see if it'll go through this intersection. Stopped, it's taking its time. It's folding in its mirrors for some reason on this tight turn. Person across from us is kind of wondering what's going on. Yeah. Very thin. Alright, we've reached our destination. We're gonna rejig here. Alright, we're all turned around there. Again, just another, let's try another random direction up in this area. Why not? So again, with signs like that, it can't read road signs, specifically kind of texts on certain roadsides. So that road that we just went down, that was super thin. Again with the mirror folding, I mean, that, sure, why not, Tesla? That one had do not enter during certain hours of the day, specifically during this hour of the day, because schools are getting out. It becomes a one-way street at that point. So Tesla didn't know that, and essentially went down the wrong way. And I mean, me as a driver let it do it. And it caused some confusion for everyone else there, but yeah, it is what it is. So we're gonna try and find more kind of snow-covered roads. Again, I'm not hopeful, but I'm going to keep pushing it, keep testing it, keep running FSD through its paces, and then hopefully we get a sort of winter patch one day, which not only lets me know that FSD is degraded, but actually adapts to it, right? We have snowy covered roads right here. I'm expecting some sort of degraded message to come up maybe, and then hopefully some sort of adaptation from that in the future. All right, we've reached our destination. We are going to just find another random spot.
Now turn right onto Woodrow Road.
Very much in the center of the road here. When it saw another car coming, it slowed right down and kind of moved over to the right. It should have been in that right position the entire time. So there's our FSD degraded message. Wonder why it's giving it to us now and not before. But yeah, here it is. The last time we took this turn was the please take over message. So we'll see if she can make it again.
Now turn right onto Elizabeth Avenue.
Hopefully this time without a takeover. So again, she comes up. It's coming very wide, but she did it. Is it gonna ask me to take over? No, that time it did it. Right on. Okay. So we're going to just give another sort of random. Make this one the last one, I think.
Turn right onto Woodrow Road.
Wait for it to recalculate. There we go.
Turn left.
All right, let's see. Again, going very fast around these turns with the current road conditions. Trying to hit that 40 max speed, even though, I mean, look, you can't be doing 40 in this without fishtailing. Yeah. There's the fishtailing. Wait for me to be able to recalculate and re-engage. Re-engaging is taking the turn very fast, trying to accelerate into the turn, and of course you're going to lose traction and overtake required. Yeah, it really does not like snow-covered roads. It does not know how to adapt to them whatsoever. Again, more fishtailing causing it to require a takeover. Gotta slow down, Tesla. Again, it's very much in the left. It should be coming over to the right because we got a car coming. It's slowing right down and going off to the right. Odd that it's not wanting to put itself in a situation where it's, you know, both cars are coming head on. It is very thin roads, that's why I brought it here. But maybe too thin for the Tesla. Interesting turn here. It's going to be a quick left followed by a quick right. It's got to go. It's got to go now.
Now turn right onto Woodrow.
Okay. Yeah, it came in real quick in that turn. That I worried that if it fishtailed, it could have maybe hit that car, but. No, it handled it. It slowed down, thankfully. Again, we have oncoming traffic. It needs to very much so kind of get off to the right. Oh, okay, end of trip. Okay, fair enough. As you can see by the yellow line here, I don't know if you guys could see on the screen, but how much of a loss of road we actually have here. Guys letting us go. We've basically lost half half of the road width just from snow. Okay, we're gonna carry on. That's kind of it for my experiments, I think, in this area. Yeah, it doesn't like it at all. Doesn't know where the road is, I think. Like it's thinking that we are right up against the edge, and as soon as I activate it, moves to the left.
Now turn right onto Shenanigans
But
Lane.
I still have, a couple feet to the right. Okay, well, we're coming up on some clear roads here, so I'll make the turn for it here, activate it, see if it feels okay.
Now turn left onto Rigo.
Yeah. Okay, so it activated itself. Obviously, the road's clear. Both lane markings on either side of the road, so no issues there. Needs to make a left turn here. Nice left turn. Very confident. Yeah, slowing right down, which is good. Just interesting times that it's slowing down versus times when it really should be slowing down and isn't. Very hesitant on the road. You know what it kind of wants to do. But it's doing it safely. And obviously it's not snow covered, so we're not spinning out and losing FSD control. Nice move over for the people. Again, it's in the center. It really needs to go way off to the right. Giving the Tesla a little bit of juice for confidence there as the snowplows letting us go ahead. It looked like it wanted to slow down and do the mirror folding and stuff like that, but that guy's busy, so I'll put an input at least for the accelerator to get us going through that, and it did fine. Alright, so we're coming up to our destination soon here, and it for the video. So kind of remarks at the end of the video, my thoughts, my takes. I mean, as you guys saw, snow-covered roads, FSD is not suited for that at all. I have seen some videos where it's done fairly well, but just at very high speeds, and again, that's what I'm experiencing here, very high speeds. Such high speeds to the point that when I turn, it loses the back end, and or that's what it feels like anyways. And I start fishtailing it, and at that point it says please take over, and shuts FSD down at that point. More patches needed, more focused on winter only driving needed. But they probably need more data for that, and well, they're not going to get the data unless we drive in it, right? So yeah, well, that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys want to see next? Like and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.